You can pre-order Modern Horizons 3 using my link in the description. All right, doing another Modern Horizons draft. Modern Horizons draft number 2. Don't think this is a very good rare. It's just such an awkward effect that's hard to make worthwhile in limited. Exiling your stuff to draw cards or your opponent to draw them cards, you know. I do think the Angel's good. I like Wormcoil Larva. Pretty much all the MDFCs are good. Might just go with the kind of boring Horrific Assault pick, though. It's just a great removal spell for 1 green. Yeah, I mean, none of these are great, and I think Horrific Assault, as boring as it is just better than Voltstorm Angel or Wormcoil Larva is. So, that is where we're going to go here. We'd have some fixing. Expel the Unworthy's not terrible, but Horrific Assault is certainly better. The Larva's good, but, like, not, like, amazing. This is a pretty cool callback to the Battle Mages from Invasion Block and Eldrazi one. Look at that. We got 3 landscapes here. Yeah, this is not a very good pack. You know, Flare of Denial is not particularly good in limited. The Inventor is solid. The Repurposer is solid. The Battle Mage, if we were in exactly blue-green, is good, but if you're only in green, it's not so good, and it's still not, like, amazing, just because it's not that easy to cast, and Medallions aren't good in limited. Lion Number's only good in a specific deck. We're either going Repurposer or Inventor, and given that we just drafted a deck with Repurposer, let's go the Inventor route. Do something a little different. So this is a good saga, too. So there are 3 that are good, now that I think about it. I do think it's what we take, even over Safekeeper. The Safekeeper's good, but not as good as a Johnny Fell's Godsire. I mean, the Safekeeper's good, like, in the mid to late game, especially. Yeah, there is a Skoa. We could force that again. But a Johnny's really good. I do like Thraben Charm as well, but let's take the Saga. I just love Sagas. We've already played with 2 of them, so let's let's play the other good one, because the black one and the... What's the other one? Blue one? The black one and the blue one are not... They're not good in limited, unfortunately. Well, that is a late Null Drifter. Like, even if you can't evoke it, it's probably worth playing. Glyph Elemental's good. But yeah, we take a Null Drifter here for sure. I mean, who doesn't want to play Eldrazi Mull Drifter? I know I want to play it. Ooh. So this Voidcraw is tempting, especially for going the Null Drifter route. Might mean we don't get to play Johnny Fell's the Godsire, but white also looks very sparse right now. So, yeah. The Wavebreaker's okay. But we could take a land, but I guess we take Voidcraw here, see what happens. Maybe we end up in green, blue. I wouldn't hate it. Roshin's interesting. There are X spells, not really enough to really get super excited about her, but a 4-mana 4/4 that mills 6 is kind of okay. We'd have an Unfathomable Truths, which if we're going the green-blue route is definitely up our alley. Got a land. Also got Utter Insignificance, which is just like a solid removal spell. I'd probably take it over Unfathomable Truths and Roshin. Like, if I was already in red-green, I'd consider Roshin, but I think taking good removal is kind of where I want to be here. Well, how about that? Does make the Voidcraw route less likely, but I feel like another Johnny Fell's the Godsire is pretty hard to say no to. Could be white-blue, I guess. In which case, we're not playing Voidcraw, but we do have Evoke available on Null Drifter. Okay, another really good white card. Probably take it. Razorgrass Ambush is just a good removal spell that's also a land. So yeah, that's what I'm going to take here. I do like the black-green signpost common, uncommon, and signpost common might be the best uncommon common combination for an archetype in the format. They're both just super efficient creatures with powerful modified payoffs. But yeah, let's go ahead and take Razor Glass Ambush. Grass. Okay. Blue-white is looking likely. Volt Storm Angel's worth a look. Expel the Unworthy and Tune the Narrative are plenty good, and the Colosseum's not bad. So green and blue both look pretty open. Removal, card draw, or pretty good creature. I guess I go pretty good creature. So I don't really want Flare of Denial or Vexing Bauble. They're both here for other formats. I guess we'll go ahead and grab one of these lands. This one can do blue and green. If we decided we wanted these can both do blue and green. All right, Thraben Charm, sure. Like it a little more than Electrozoa or Wing It. The red-white signpost uncommon. I wonder if I'm supposed to take that there. Because we're still... White's open, but beyond that, like, I'm not really sure where we're going to end up. And the red-white signpost uncommon goes really well with our Volt Storm Angel and our Inspired Inventor. So I probably should have thought about that a little more. Ooh, yeah. Really good blue 2-drop and really good white 2-drop. I think I like the Glyph Elemental a little bit more. There was a good red 2-drop in that pack, too, for that matter. Do I like Ether Spike more than Colosseum? Probably. If we end up with enough bouncy things, that's pretty good. Hey, this card that made me really sad in our last game. We definitely take it. We're moving into an energy deck, clearly, a blue-white energy deck. The Coatl's really good, too, but Guide of Souls is great. We saw why in our last draft. You can play it on 1, and then on 2, play something that makes 2 energy, plus it gives you an energy, and then you're attacking with it. And even if you're not doing that, it's a really good card. This pack is strong in general, because I like the Coatl, and Bridgeworks Battle, and Propagator Drone. Those are all, like, first pickable cards, but... Ooh, okay, all right. All right, then. So the world really wants us to do blue-white. I do like Angel of the Ruins if it wheels, but yeah, we definitely take Genku here. The Psychotog reference, that's sort of unnecessarily veiled. I don't know why they didn't just make it in a Tog of some kind. But anyway, probably take Area Auxiliary here. It's just an amazing rate for what it is. I do like Tune the Narrative. It's a card that would be good in our deck, but the Auxiliary is pretty nice. Oh my god. Okay, you know, I'll take another Null Drifter, especially because we're actually in a blue deck now, so... Earlier, I was willing to take it even if we didn't end up in blue, but we ended up in blue. So yeah, I mean, the 1 mana, make a couple energy spell is good with several of our cards now. Shrieking Drake. What does it return? A creature? If only it returned Johnny Fells the Godsire. Ooh, we do have Genku, and Shrieking Drake is good with Genku. I probably need more than that. And right now I don't really have it, but we might end up with enough. Emrakul's Messenger is pretty good. It doesn't exactly do what we're doing. It's like a draw 2 payoff, but it's just a good rate, and we'll occasionally get a spawn. And I like it more than I'll draw Electrozoa, so... This land isn't terrible. Right now, for example, it can get us a Johnny Fells the Godsire or Genku. That's probably not quite enough, but if we have like 5 things it can hit, we should probably think about... Yeah. It can bounce itself, but there's no reason to do that. You know what I mean? So, I think we take another Glyph Elemental over a Wave Breaker. Jolted Awake is interesting, but not interesting enough, I don't think. Takes a little too much work. The only thing, I guess Shrieking Drake plus Guide of Souls is kind of funny if we just keep replaying it. But yeah, you don't really want to bounce itself. You want to bounce something else. And yes, I have 2 Null Drifters. Jolted Awake is nice on Guide of Souls. I mean, don't know if I'd say it was amazing. The problem with, like, relying on that is that the guide has to end up in the graveyard, or it's a blank card, you know? And that's kind of the problem overall with that card. Another Thraben Charm. Oh, no, we take a Riddlegate Gargoyle. Our Signpost Common has come on board. We don't have our Uncommon. Never rare, although it's not very signposty, to be honest. And yeah, Shrieking Drake might make the cut. I think we need a couple more things to get there, and we're not there yet. Do I want another Ether Spike or another Glyph Elemental? Honestly, probably just another Glyph Elemental. Like, they're good 2-drops. If we play them on 2, they can take over the game, you know. And then if you play them later, they're fine. So, I like them a decent amount. Ooh, we get a Coatl here. It's definitely what we pick up. Riddlegate Gargoyle is an artifact, so if that land wheels the white rare land in the set, we'd probably pick it up. It does not. This doesn't fix for us. We'll take an Angel. We'll see if it makes the cut. Obviously, it has Plane Cycling, so... That's a late Expanding Ooze. I'm just going to take it because I like it. This might fix our mana for us, so... Right now, we don't have a reason to do it. Free Electrozoa doesn't hurt. Yeah, it's a Sky Energy deck is what Blue-White's supposed to be. So, interesting. Another... So I really like Serum Visionary. I really like Area Auxiliary. And I like Riddlegate Gargoyle. It seems reasonably likely to wheel. I also don't hate Twisted Riddle Keeper. But we've got 2 Null Drifters in that same slot, more or less. So I don't think we really need to pick up a Riddle Keeper here. This is more synergistic of all of them, but it'll probably wheel. I keep coming back to the Riddle Keeper, though. Nah. Let's take a Visionary here. Gives us something else that's good with our Drake. Nadu is really, really good, and it doesn't really matter when you play it. And we do have 1 land that helps us with it. So I'm probably going to take Nadu over Razor Grass Ambush or Mandibular Kite. Yeah. I probably need 1 more source of fixing to feel good about it, but we're already kind of there. Ooh, we have 2 lands that get. All right, we're already there. We are already there. I didn't realize both of these did the job, and they do. Man, that would have been nice in our last deck. Razor Grass Ambush versus Auxiliary. Probably the Ambush. Yeah. I think we go with another Ambush here. This deck does look pretty good. We'll see whether or not it pans out that way, but this isn't really going to do it in our deck. I think we probably take another Gargoyle over another Serum Visionary. Like, we have enough things to spend energy on at this point that's great. You know, turn 1 Guide of Souls, turn 2 Riddlegate Gargoyle is quite the play. Static Prison is pretty good, but I think we take another Riddlegate Gargoyle. And we're in a deck that can make Static Prison actually, like, work. So, might go after it if we see another one. So here's Solar Transformer. Helps us with fixing. It's also a copy crook, though. Not to mention Eldrazi Ravager. Like, we have lands that make colorless. It's pretty good. It's not as good as it could be in some decks. Transformers, an energy card that gives us more more fixing. Is it better than copy crook? I kind of like it in this deck. I mean, we're not a hardcore ramp deck, but I do think it's pretty good for us. Demon Inferior's fine. It is what we take. I probably don't need to play Angel of the Ruins. Another Spike, Mandibular Kite, a Worn Power Stone. The Deceptive Landscape doesn't help us. I think we probably take Mandibular Spike or Kite. I was thinking we already had 2 Ether Spikes, but we don't. Skoa. Yeah. Yeah, we should just go for Skoa. Ooh, Tune the Narrative. I do think we want that in this deck. There is also a Riddle Keeper and an Unfathomable Truth still in this pack, though. And the Riddle Keeper especially is tempting, but I think we have enough reasons to want energy that 1 mana draw 2, make 2 energy is kind of where we want to be. Okay. Another Riddle Keeper, another Auxiliary, another Riddlegate Gargoyle. Blue-white. Blue-white was very open, wasn't it? Yeah, I think I'll take another Riddlegate Gargoyle. We've ended up a pretty aggressive deck. Another Ambush, okay. We have 3 lands that are removal spells, and we get another Area Auxiliary, which I do think we take over another Tune. Yeah, literally everyone is drafting not blue-white. That is for sure. No doubt about that. Ooh, and we get like a free Static Prison. That is one thing we don't have a lot of is removal, so I do think we take it over Serum Visionary. These are both good cards, too. Like, I think this one's a little better. Blue-white, it was so open that we have so many cards that we need to cut. 11 of them. Okay, so where do we start? Shrieking Drake probably doesn't make the cut. Yes, it can do some fun things with Genku and a few of our other cards, but not enough. Oh yeah, we can cut some lands to start with. We do need to run 1 real forest for Nadu. But yeah, I think we cut Shrieking Drake. Then we cut at least 2 plains because of our 3 Razor Grass ambushes. It all combos with Nadu. Yeah. Yeah, everything does. Man. Especially early in the format where it's harder, you know, there are some of these cards that are going to be more D-level cards once we know the format, but there's not like any Fs here. You know, there's nothing very obvious for us to cut. There's some obvious things not to cut, but there's not that much that's obvious to, yeah, that we want to cut. How many creatures do we have? We have a lot. And we are fairly aggressive. Like, in the end, we're mostly a blue-white aggro deck. I know we've got some Null Drifters in there, but that is mostly what we're doing. I don't think we cut Thraben Charm. We have a lot of creatures. I maybe cut Demon Inferior, or yeah, maybe we cut Demon Inferior and Serum, or not Serum Visionary. Utter Insignificance. They're both like okay removal spells, but Static Prison's going to be great in our deck, for example. So, and yes, Genku is actually that good. It may not, you know, it made my top 10 bombs list, and maybe it doesn't deserve to be there, but it definitely deserves being one of the better cards in the set. So, yeah, I think we cut Insignificance. Demon Inferior. Yeah, Genku is insane with the Drake, it's true. So I guess we could really try to sculpt the deck around energy synergy for the most part, in which case the auxiliaries aren't that good. I could consider cutting the Transformer since we have enough fixing probably, and we are a aggro deck. Yeah, that's probably okay. Yeah, it might be right to cut one of the Ajani Fells the Godsires. That's probably reasonable. Copy Crook has a lot of pretty sweet targets, especially with Connive. It is true that we get the energy for Guide of Souls, but we have enough other ways to do it, like our 3 Riddlegate Gargoyles, that, you know, having one less isn't a huge deal. I do think Electrozoa is pretty subpar compared to the other energy things we have going on. The Glyph Elementals don't do anything with energy, but they are 2-drops that can take over the game, like I said earlier, and so it's pretty hard to want to cut them. I could maybe go down an Auxiliary. You know, it doesn't do any of the energy stuff our deck's doing. It's just a good card. Same with Serum Visionary. Yeah, I think we're going to cut an Electrozoa, an Auxiliary. Where does that leave us? Yeah, Ether Spikes aren't going to be great in a world where we have so many other 2-drops. So I could cut them. They are going to be pretty good in our deck in that they are energy related. But I think maybe we do cut both Spikes. It's better in a deck where you don't have a bunch of 2-drops, but we've got 3 Gargoyles and 3 Glyph Elementals, not to mention a Messenger. So I think that probably makes sense to just cut them both. And I think this means... I'm a little worried about our mana base, I will say. We've got the 2 landscapes, which are nice and all, but having actual 1 white and 1 blue on turn 2 is... Well, we have 9 white sources once we count the ambushes. Could probably get away with it. Alright. Deck looks sweet. See how it goes. Yeah, the only thing that's not good about this deck is the mana base, I think. Which could end up being a problem. So when you draft modal double-face lands, I sort of think of them as 3/4 of a land. So I have 3 of them and I cut 2 lands, for example. It depends on your deck. In some decks you can go harder. It's Lord Tupperware. But yeah. So, we can't play our freaking guide on turn 1 because all we got are tap lands, which is a little annoying. But that's kind of part of our deck's problem. So, you know. I will keep... And I will play this... Oh, I forgot you can pay 3. Yeah. Let's do it. We're not going to go crazy with it, unfortunately, given what the rest of our hand looks like. But, yeah. So we're going to grab blue with this. I'm going to just do it now. For a deck with this many creatures in it, it's kind of a bummer we didn't draw any, huh? We drew all our Razorgrass ambushes. If only we could have drawn the Gargoyle. The Gargoyle would have been sweet. Okay, well. Well, luckily I can kill it with one of our Razorgrass ambushes, huh? Get out of here, Philia. So this does give us 2 energy. So it's like tempting to play if I can play a creature too. Oh god. Things are not going our way, are they? So I think this means we need to play the other ambush. Probably tapped here. Then we're just going to end our turn, sadly. Yeah, we got a lot of creatures, and, you know, we didn't draw them. Our mana base is also not great, so Copy Crook may be stretching it a little. Yeah, we will take 2. Playing this as a copy of Guide of Souls would be kind of funny. Okay, well, that's probably what we're going to do. Right now, this doesn't kill anything, so let's do it. Doesn't enter as any creature on the battlefield, but I think Guide of Souls is probably still the best choice. Like, it's going to make our energy go crazy. So, we are subject... We are going to take some damage here, is the downside of all of that. So, I guess I could also cast Static Prison. Oh. So, I could... Yeah, I could take their Inventor and make a token. And then Static Prison. And hope we draw more. There's some interesting choices here for sure. This is probably the right one. I could just go for the energy, actually. That's probably even better. So I could play Static Prison here. I'll have 3 energy and theoretically the ability to make more later, but none of these creatures are that scary, frankly. So I don't think we want to burn it. This also has Connive, which means it's going to be a good attacker next turn. Yeah, don't love it. Do I block the servo? Probably, yeah. Okay. I'm going to attack for 3 here. Then I'm going to play a Johnny Fells the Godsire and kill their mentor thing. Do I also static prison? I kind of think we do. We're going to make more energy. If they just play the lifelinker, I can kill it. So I'm not too worried about it. Oh, hello. Yeah, we'll give you vigilance. Yeah, then we play Maelstrom Angel for sure. We're not actually going to burn this energy. We are going to burn this energy. So we should have lethal next turn. Yeah. They got mana problems, and we got our engine going pretty much, so... Today we've lost to that 1-mana 1/2 that I gave a bomb grade to in the set review, by the way. And we've won with it, so... Yeah, it did have double flying. You know, that actually comes up on occasion, because there are cards that remove counters these days, you know, so... Well, we do have the turn 2 Glyph Elemental, which, like I've been saying, can sort of just take over games. Plus, we got Genku, so... Pretty nice hand overall. Ugh. Why you gotta play a 2-drop, though? So on turn 2, we play Glyph Elemental. On turn 3, we play another one, and then play a land. Classic. Well, I do think we discard a land, even with Glyph Elemental on board. Yeah, we still go the Glyph Elemental route here. Could have considered bestowing, but just having 2 Glyph Elementals is pretty much the same as bestowing. In fact, it's probably a little bit better, so... I think one of them's about to die. Yeah. It did. Then we'll play Genku. Yeah, that's big. Yeah, I think we go ahead and pay 3 here. Actually, we'll have it inter-tapped. Yeah, that's fine. Then Inventor, make a token is pretty good. This is going to be kind of a scary race, for sure. I feel like we're going to win it, but a well-timed removal spell might change that. So, like, I think just chumping with Inspired Inventor and making a 2/2 Fox with Vigilance is, like, probably the plan here if they attack with the Gargantua. They're going to draw some cards. They go to 7. I do love this card. I'm excited to play with it. Oh! Less excited when it's doing that to me. I think we hold on to our removal and discard our Visionary, sadly. Yeah. These are pretty good with our Glyph Elementals, by the way. So they have to block Glyph Elemental here or they die, because we can sack this and make it a 7/7. Probably means I'm just supposed to swing out. We've got Thraben Charm ready to go to keep ourselves from dying. Oh wait, they have 2 blockers. Darn. Darn it. Alright, so we're only attacking with the Glyph Elemental. And we'll do this. Oop. Oh my god, I didn't realize that worked too. Okay. I think I actually make a Moonfolk because I don't want to die. Then we just leave our mana up here, and we can buff our whole board. That's crazy that this works with sack lands. Should have run more of them. Okay. Yeah, in a deck with 3 Glyph Elementals and a Genku, I wonder how many of these you're supposed to run. I think you could probably get away with like 4 of them. Yeah, Glyph Elemental, like I said, I've said it several times. If you play it on 2 and someone doesn't answer it, it is not easy to beat. And we played 2 of them. 1 on 2 and 1 on 3. And they killed one, but the other one, not so much. Well, there's another Glyph Elemental. This hand is a little sketchier in terms of our mana, but we are on the draw, so it's probably a keep. It is the kind of hand that can go up in flames. Yeah, Glyph Elemental is kind of like a bad Bristly Bill. Oh yeah, we haven't even seen our 2 Null Drifters. This one might be getting evoked, although if I get to 3 mana, I probably just leave it up for the Coatl. Okay, well, I'm not super worried about that. So we better draw a land. If we don't draw a land, we're in for some trouble here. If we do, I probably leave mana up for Hope Ender Coatl. Well, it's not a land, but it is something I can play, and I can accept that, I suppose. Yeah, at least we drew something playable. It would have been brutal if we didn't. Brutal. Yeah, we're going to take 2. Again, something we can play, so I can't complain too much, I guess. Even though I want to. I'm not going to spend this energy. We can kill something with it, so, you know. We've had opponents with mana problems. It's about time we had some of our own, you know. Yeah, the Blinker guy is a pretty serious problem. I can kill it in response to the ability. Which is probably just the game plan. That does mean they get one trigger out of this, though. Okay. We did get a land. How about that? I think we pay 3. No, we don't. We don't have a reason to pay 3. So, I think I'm attacking with both of these. They can blink their Inspired Inventor and make a 1/1, which is going to be annoying. But I'm going to kill Distinguished Conjurer after 1 activation. And we are going to pay 2 energy here for Lifelink. So I could actually kill the Inventor instead, which does kind of time walk them. But it does mean if they have other stuff later, Distinguished Conjurer is a real problem. Do I time walk them and hope they don't have something else worth blinking? They do have to spend a bunch of mana to blink, to play something. Yeah, we're going to kill the thing they're trying to blink. And it saves our 3/3. That's true as well. That card beat us earlier. We can get rid of it permanently with a Johnny Fells the Godsire, at least. But, it is a problem. So, we got some options here. I could evoke Null Drifter just to try to hit our 5th land. I could also just copy Wormcoil Larva. Yeah, that's the other option. We're going to attack with Riddlegate Gargoyle. I think we go ahead and copy Wormcoil Larva. Well, they pacified it. The good news is, if I draw what I need to draw, they don't have mana for Distinguished Conjurer right now, and I can just kill it with a Johnny Fells Godsire. If I don't draw the mana, things are going to get sketchy fast, I think. But, guess we'll see what happens. Well, now they've got the blink target they're looking for. Ugh. I honestly think playing the Visionary is better than evoking Mulldrifter here, because I actually add a body to the board. And increase my chances of hitting a 5th land. Yeah. Let's play our Visionary here. That's not a land, but you are. So we're going to take another annoying hit from this larva here. Luckily, we're not trying to burn him out with Skoa this time, or that life would mean we couldn't win. We do have a great hand. Like, if we can make this game last long enough, we're in good shape. Even with Distinguished Conjurer nonsense happening. But we gotta get to that point, obviously. If they leave mana up for the... Oh my god, there's a second one? Well, that's not good, is it? Do get rid of that one. Wish I had some energy to gain some life. Yeah, the Visionary's gonna hang back. Probably just gonna have to block the worm coil larva ugly at some point. Yeah, they can hit us for 6 here. 6. Okay, I don't hate this as a way to kill a worm coil larva. Guess I don't love it either, but... Vigilance for you. Let's go ahead and make some energy. Yep, we're going to give it lifelink for sure. We're not going to give it lifelink twice, though. I think that would be overkill. Yeah, we'll leave up Hope Ender Coatl here and Razor Grass Ambush. The problem is if they attack with Worm Coil Larva before tapping any mana, they're going to be able to blink it. So I kind of have to double block it and get them to do it. Hello, Mirror Enforcer of a new age. Well, now they don't have the mana to do it, so that part's good. I like it. Okay, well now we probably just counter that. They don't have any mana up, right? 0 mana, 0 mana. Yeah, we got him. We can't ambush the stupid worm coil larva right now, though. I have energy to gain more life. I'm not too concerned about taking another 3 here. Although maybe in a world where... where they're going to have mana up to blink it later. Can I just do lethal here? 2, 4, 6... No, not quite. Not quite. Especially because they can just block this guy. Should have given him double strike, huh? What was I thinking? If they double block, I can kill the other thing, which is nice. So hopefully they just double block. Yeah, it was close to lethal if I played a land and used Inventor for a token. You do have to block Glyph Elemental here. It is something you have to do. Just a double block is good news for us. Yeah. Honestly, at this point, we don't even really need to worry about Worm Coil Larva. So I think I just play the Inventor here. Put a counter on a Gargoyle. I don't think we need the life right now. Auxiliary counters on Double Striker. You can only put one counter on the on a Gargoyle. I mean, I could have put one each, but support 2 makes you put the counters in 2 different places. It's not quite as powerful as just put 2 counters wherever you want, unfortunately. So they would have gone to 2. Might still have been the right play, but it wouldn't have done lethal that turn. Thank you for the sub, Eon Calcos. Currently waiting. There we go. Okay, looks pretty good. Gargoyle Auxiliary is a pretty good, like, little, curve out. I mean, we're not playing a 1, and our 2 doesn't cost 3, obviously. But putting a counter on each of them and just continuing to attack them in the air seems pretty good. Yeah, this card's good. Man, is it annoying to draw Guide of Souls here or what? Imagine if I'd had it on 1. We do play it now because next turn we can play a Gargoyle and do the thing. So, but yeah, this gives Evolve to creature tokens and can spit out creature tokens, which is not a lot of fun for me. If we had Guide of Souls on 1, we would have played Gargoyle on 2, and yeah. Double Propagator Drone. Does Evolve stack? It probably does, the way it works. It's kind of gross. The way it's worded, it should stack. Okay. I like it. So, we're going to play Riddlegate Gargoyle, which gets us to our 3 energy and beyond. Attack. We're not going to pay that energy. We're going to pay this energy. Then we'll end our turn. Yeah, we'll take 4. Lifelink's going to make it hard for us to lose a race. Well, she's big. Didn't mill any super awesome graveyard value. So at least we can kill Roshin in a turn. For now, though... we're going to play our Auxiliary. Put counters on both our other flyers. Attack for 7. We are going to pay this energy this time. Is Lifelink better than making this? Nah, it's not. So yeah, I mean, we've got lethal aerial damage coming in next turn now. Yeah, I think you're going to really have to glimpse the impossible for things to work out here. You did hit a horrific assault, but it can't kill either of these, and you don't have green mana. And you're still dead to the 2 small flyers as well. Although you do gain 3. Okay, so they do have Horrific Assault here, which will keep them alive. Sort of. It would keep them alive if I didn't have even more energy in my hand, I guess I should say. But I do. So that gives us, yeah. Yep, Guide of Souls is nuts. Just imagine if we played it on 1 instead of 2. Okay. It's a little bit of a sketchy hand. I mean, I think we can keep thanks to our modal lands. But it is a slower hand than we've seen, that's for sure. Yeah, we got to play this as a land too. Maybe next turn we'll get to snipe something with Hope-Ender Coatl, though, and that'll feel pretty good. How many Distinguished Conjurers have we seen? Interesting. Well, now I think we just go Glyph Elemental, land. Gross. Yep, Flage kills our Glyph Elemental, and we have to worry about that for the rest of the game. So, without counters to put stuff on, I think it is just better to leave up mana for Hope-Ender Coatl here than it is to do anything else. And if they don't play anything, I still flash it in. Nice. If they do play something, it feels awesome. That's the that's the flip side. That is the flip side. All right. Well, I think we attack for 2 and play our Angel. We haven't played any of our Null Drifters yet, Evoke or otherwise. There hasn't been a spot where it's made sense. Like, we've always had something to do with our mana. If I didn't, I would have evoked it at some point in this game, for example. This energy may just be used for Static Prison, depending on some stuff. They do need 5 cards in their graveyard, and they're kind of getting there. Okay. Yep. Now they're up to 4 cards in their graveyard. Oh, hello. Well, now I think we go Airy Auxiliary. Guide of Souls. Ooh, I should have done it the other way around. Oh, well. I think we decline. Pay 3 energy. So Flage could potentially come back and kill our guide. They only need 2 more cards in the graveyard, but they're not there yet. So I'm not ultra alarmed. I am going to be alarmed if Conduit Goblin is in play when they get Flage back, though. Because they can get Flage Haste and get 2 triggers out of it before I can ever try to get rid of it. So we can hit him for 13 this turn without any help, and Static Prison plus Null Drifter will give us enough energy to do lethal. So if they tap out here, that's where we go. If they don't, If they don't, we have to think about things a little bit. Well, 3, 5, 7, 9. 3, 6, 8, 10. They're only attacking with those two. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Do I still try to go for lethal if they have a bunch of mana up? Right now we don't have to worry about it. Oh, wait. How much energy can I make here now? Because I need... This will give me 2 and this will give me 2. Because they gained 1 life... Oh, I can give flying to this. Yeah, okay. So... Oh, this can give us 4, actually. Also. Yeah. 4 energy. 10, 13, 16. Right? Right. And for good measure, I guess we can just cast Static Prison and also buff the whole board. Why not? So, yeah, we have enough energy for all of it. Well, I'm glad we managed to kill them before Flage came back. So the Skies thing is working out. I mean, our deck is just filled with flyers, and it's helping us win races. Life gain has helped us win races, too. Yeah, the guide has been great. I think a lot of those, I mean, it helped us win like a turn earlier, but we were in fairly good positions even without the guide in a couple of them. But yeah, it's an insane card. I gave it an A- in my set review, and the only reason I don't go higher is just because it's so easy to kill. But if it turns out it's this easy as it has been for us to generate enough energy on like turn 2 or 3, it probably just deserves a straight up A instead of an A-. We're going to hold on to Bountiful Landscape, especially since we have Genku in our deck, and there's not really a reason we need to play it right now. Yeah, Messenger into Null is pretty good. Trying to decide if it's better than playing the Gargoyle, though. It's probably comparable. Although, it's probably just going to be better to play Gargoyle than it is to evoke Null Drifter, but we'll see. The Null Drifters are also really good with Genku, incidentally. Yeah, that's kind of good. Do I evoke Null Drifter here? Or play Riddlegate Gargoyle. These are the choices we have. I think Riddlegate Gargoyle seems pretty good. Question is whether I want to gain life with it. I probably don't. I probably just want to hold on to the energy for other purposes. The next year we could play Copy Crook. Probably copy their Soul Trader. Etch Slith is kind of gross. Yeah, I think we take 5. Nice. So they get... Oh, hello, Necro Dominance. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see if we can race this. I don't know that we can. Losing to Necro Dominance is pretty legit. You know? Do I actually just want another flyer here that makes more energy? More than I want a 3/3? I think probably. And we're going to start gaining life to try to win the race. Then we play the Angel next turn. Yeah. That's all pretty good. I don't need to play it now. Let's try to race Necro Dominance. So we could potentially still win next turn. That's how crazy... I'm kind of surprised, you know, I look at the math here, but that is how it works out. Because... we play the Angel, and then it buffs our whole board, and we swing for lethal. They can kill something, obviously, but that's what they have to do. If they don't kill something, or play a flyer, or something like that, we just kill them in the air. Well. Oh, they're going to take an energy away from me. Oh, they didn't. Pro tip, take energy away from people. Because you can with Etch Slith. It's a counter that's on a player. So they could have dropped me to 3 energy. It doesn't really matter in this case, but... You think they're going to pay more life? They, like, can't. There's no way they can. Okay, okay. I guess they're kind of hoping they drew something. But, like... Well... Let's play our Angel. They have to kill 2 things to not die here. Surely they can't, right? Yeah, I was gonna say. Surely they can't. Yeah, it's wild how good this deck is at racing. Like, you know, someone plays Necro Dominance, and I'm like, hey, wait a second. They might be able to draw a lot of cards, but they're going to be dead before it matters. So... Pretty intense. We still haven't done anything with our Null Drifters is the hilarious part. Like, we keep ending up in places where I'm like, I mean, I could evoke it, but I could also just play out a creature... So, yeah, that's just what I'm going to do. And we haven't gotten to hard cast it, which is a little sad, but it's also because our deck has been so fast that we don't get to 7 mana. So, which is fine, you know, that's the trade-off. Probably shouldn't put Null Drifter on the thumbnail, though, if we never actually play it. Have to go with the 1 mana 1/2. Okay, okay. I think this is a hand where we hold on to our Razor Grass Ambush. And we probably just grab blue with Foreboding Landscape on turn 1. Well, now I don't even really need to do that. Okay, let's play Plains. Now we want to use it to grab green. We haven't played Nadu either. Yeah, that thing is beefy. Watchwolf is so sad. Yeah, the Landscape Crack next turn does feel really good for the Glyph. I could have waited, I guess. I could have not played anything this turn, but it's generally better to play something. You know, even if they have removal, they have it. You know, it's a 1-for-1 trade. It's not like we can't come back from that. And then if they don't have removal, well, we can have a very big turn. Kind of looks like they have removal. Yeah. The way they kept looking at it, I was like, eh, they've got removal. Okay. I also want to hold on to this because of Genku now. Like, we don't want to crack it until we play Genku. Well, with Genku, I think we're pretty okay with drawing another landscape. We don't really want to do it next turn, because next turn we'll play Genku. Although, maybe we should wait to play Genku. Yeah, we'll wait to play Genku. Yeah. Copy Crook is pretty good with Serum Visionary, so... We don't have double blue right now, but hey. Probably should have bottomed that, huh? Probably should have bottomed the Crook. Okay. Well, I think we play Glyph Elemental here. And we play a land. And we leave up both Razor Grass Ambush and Glyph, and cracking this if we really have to. Yeah, it is actually pretty good, elking your own guy. That's a good point. Ooh. That's bad, because it means I can no longer kill them with our ambush. Well, I can with the help of Serum Visionary, which is probably what we're going to do. And there's a land, so we go Landscape. Then we go Genku. Well, we don't need to play Genku yet. Yeah, I think we just hang back. I mean, we're actually behind in the race here, unfortunately for us. So it's tricky for us to try to race him. Yeah, Genku will make one guy this turn. Messenger plus Annihilator isn't like a terrible plan either. But, and yeah, we can also evoke. Well, Genku is a 2/5. Alright, I think we attack with our Glyph Elemental here. So even if they kill Genku right away, we're going to make a token. Probably a 1/1 lifelinker, I guess. That's probably best for us right now. Okay. Well, now a 1/1 lifelinker looks real appealing, doesn't it? Ugh. Go up to 7. Okay. So let's play our messenger here, and then evoke, I think. Oh, we don't have enough blue. Curses. Okay. Well, screwed that up. I don't want to go 7-0, I guess. So let's attack with our Glyph Elemental again. We're pretty happy with the chump here. So, I probably should have grabbed blue. You know, I grabbed green sort of as a default because I knew that, like, I needed green. But if I'd grabbed blue, I would have been able to do what I wanted to last turn instead of what I did. Yeah, that thing just keeps getting bigger. I don't like it. Is making a Moonfolk actually better? No, I still prevent more damage with... Well, I could make a Moonfolk, chump block the auxiliary, and kill the 1/1 with the Moonfolk. But then, if they have a trick or anything that pings me, I'm dead. I think it's a better play overall to make a Moonfolk. Then we block like this, and hope they can't kill us. Then we get to make... I think we want lifelink. We're 1 mana shy of actually being able to... Wait a second. Do I have lethal? 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We almost have lethal out of nowhere again, but it's not quite there this time. Okay. So, I think this means we evoke Null Drifter. We're going to be a little careful because we kind of have to be at 1 life. So, we're only going to attack with that. Then we're going to evoke Null Drifter. Make another Moonfolk. We drew another Null Drifter. Is that better than holding onto the Coatl to flash in? Probably not. Probably not. Auxiliary copy was lethal. You're right. Wait. You're not right, because if I'd used Genku's ability, I still would have been one short of... I was short of lethal, and that resulted in more damage. Yeah, that's less than ideal. Can't hit Genku with it, though. They can only hit our Glyph Elemental, so at least there's that. And then we make... I think another flyer? We can actually hard cast Null Drifter finally next turn. Nice. So, do I flash in Coatl? At this stage of the game, I probably do. just to get another body. So now, copying the auxiliary is kind of interesting. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Yeah. I think I'm probably just supposed to hard cast a Null Drifter here, right? And then I can copy Crook it next turn. I could just leave my mana up, I guess. If they try to attack us and I just buff everything. Yeah, that might just be better, actually. Let's cast our Tune the Narrative before we make any decisions. Maybe. You know what? I'm just going to cast Null Drifter. And then we'll pass the turn. I don't love being at 1, but Thraben Charm can kill anything at this point. Annihilator actually doesn't do that much here. They just sack a land every turn and shrug. But what does do something here is killing their flyer with their Thraben Charm. That's kind of funny. Three, 6, 7. So we have enough for lethal here. Their hand is empty. We kill the flyer, then buff our whole board. Yeah. No reach over there, right? No. So, first draft 0-3, second draft 7-0. We're all or nothing in this format, I guess. How will the third draft go?